On my way to Panama in January 2015, I got to fly business class, which is a great blessing for me when it happens. Here's Efrain Orosamena Jr., who picked me up at the airport, and he and his driver took me into the city, which I've noticed is really changing for the better. It's becoming very nice. And this is Michael Taylor, our translator. We picked him up in the city. And we went out to meet Efrain Sr., had a meeting with him. But that evening we ministered in his church. They have a time of prayer and fasting where I preached, and they prayed passionately for the needs of the people, including my wife, Renee. The next day we went to an Assembly of God district meeting where I shared on microloans. And this is the district superintendent ministering at the altar. This is the pastor from Oaxaca, Rogelio Sampson, another brother we used to work with, the current pastor in El Caño, Jose Camargo, who works in the wilderness area of Panama. And this is the second night at Efrain's church. For more ministry, I preached.
Efrain's church in Beato during their prayer and fasting service here on Tuesday night, January the 6th.
That many sisters don't like the truth.
These have come to pray at the end of my preaching on the great falling away.
And sometimes pastors have to preach about something not for people not to go out of church.
And the pastor Efrain is going to pray.
And it's difficult when a pastor does that.
On Wednesday, we drove around seeing projects that the Assemblies of God are doing, and this was the Camargo brothers. Virgilio and Innocent took us. Here's one of the projects, and they're trying to raise support to finish them. There are windmills near Panama that I hadn't seen before. Here's another one of their projects. All of these places are in poor areas that need a good church. This is just a piece of land in the boondocks they want to start a church in.
Pastor Samadiego's church plant outside of Rio Alto, back in the country a few miles. And you can see they're gathering here for the evening service. I'm going to preach.
The brother on the left is the leader here of this church plant.
El Rey te mandó a llamar. Que el Señor le bendiga. Recuerde.
Siento influencia alrededor que me invita a olvidarte, a dejarme de
People have come
Este es el momento.
to this altar to
Este es el momento, hermano. Este es el momento, hermana. Este es el momento, joven. Este es el momento, jovencita. Este es el momento, niño.
El Caño pastor Charlie on the left. And we had an evening service in that church on Thursday night. 30 people come to repent after the preaching on Thursday night.
Este es el momento, hermano.
These 30 people
Este es el momento. Levanta tu voz. Levanta tu voz. Levanta tu voz.
preaching on repentance here in El Caño.
Levanta tu voz en este momento.
On Friday morning, I spoke briefly to a group of teenagers in a conference and preached the gospel, but no one responded. Many seeds were planted, and it was a good response from the leaders. Friday night, we met at the Panama Assembly of God Church. We had a very nice time in praise and worship. After I preached, 35 people came to repent of their sins.
35 people repented of their sins. Glory to God.
Saturday morning was my last message in this conference.
I just spoke to this conference group of leaders and encouraged them to take the word to the nations, to preach the word without compromise.
I met a pastor from the Foursquare Church that wants me to come and preach.
Okay, here's Pastor Teodoro Delgado. He's one of the leaders, actually the leader of the Foursquare groups here in Panama. And also right here we have Pastor Efrain Arosamena that is working down here in Rio Alto as well.
God bless you, brother.
I preached a total of 8 times, and 105 people repented of sin. I gave $900 total of offerings to leaders, planned October pig and chicken projects, as well as safe water projects, and visited the current and future projects of the Assemblies of God.